think when you're resisting against oppression, ultimately it justifies any kind of response that you have because you are being oppressed and you're being pushed and pushed and pushed down. And there's a limit to what human beings can stand. And I think it's remarkable that the Sahrawis have not taken measures that maybe other groups have to make their point, to make their case, because they're so invisible. And I think this invisibility is a huge handicap to the Sahrawis, that most people don't know they even exist. I think it's painful for a lot of Sahrawis to know that. I know that personally from their conversations. They feel they don't have a voice. They're not seen. They're not known. And, as an individual, we can understand what that might feel like. And then just collectively, that's, magnified. So I think as a Sahrawi, there's a lot of pride and a lot of determination. But I think there's a huge amount of disappointment in the international community. I saw how they were jubilant in 1991 because I arrived for the first time in the summer of 1991. And there was this suppressed joy in the population that they were going to return back to their homeland. They were going to vote in a referendum, and they were finally going to achieve independence after 16 years of a brutal war that had affected every single family. There'd been members have died in every single family during that time. And they started wrapping up their rooftops and turning them into trunks to take all their possessions back to Western Sahara. And that's never happened. And they, greeted the UN as heroes. They saw that the response of the world towards the Iraqi invasion, Kuwait, they thought, right, the international community, they were innocent. They lost their innocence. I think one of the, meeting the Sahrawis then and seeing them now, I've seen a huge amount of cynicism enter into the society and a lot of anger about how they've been betrayed over and over again. Spain being one of the main candidates of that betrayal